Under accounting principle, we have two things. One will be accounting concept, another one will be accounting conventions. Receivable and payable, we call it as accrual concept. Dual aspect means there will be two aspects. One must be receiver, another must be giver. Hello everyone, I am your Adarsh sir, lecturing Vidyashram, first grade college, the temple of excellence. So we are in the session 2 of your topic called accounting. So still we are in chapter 1, but in chapter 1 you have many topics like under chapter 1 you have the second topic called accounting concepts. We have accounting concepts as well as conventions, but today we will discuss only about accounting concepts. Now, what will be the agenda for the day? First thing, accounting principles, accounting concept as well as accounting conventions. Just I highlight what are the accounting conventions, but we will not discuss about accounting conventions in today's class. So, only we will discuss on accounting principle as well as accounting concept. Now, so what is accounting principle and what is accounting concept? Maybe you have heard GAAP. What does it mean? Generally accepted accounting principle. Remember. So, generally accepted accounting principle means generally accepted accounting principle means, for example, I'll give you example for this. Why we follow this accounting principle? Why we go for this GAAP? Generally accepted accounting principle. Now, just listen to this example. You can only tell me that should we follow or not. Now, in this, there are 10 students are there. How many students are there? There are some. For imagination, we'll take only 5 students. We have 5 students. Now, so, after 1 month of teaching, we gave them a test. After 1 month of teaching, we gave them a test. For him, chapter 1 test. For him, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4, as well as chapter 5 test. Everybody will write different chapters. Now, first person got 80 marks out of 100. Second person got 70, third person 60, fourth 50, and the last person got 20. So, we have not given same chapters to everybody, and their marks also 80, 70, 60, 50 as well as 50. Can we compare each other in this example? Now, he got 80, he got only 20. Can we compare first person with last person? Is it possible? Can we compare last person with second person? Is it possible? The answer is no. Why? Because the question paper is different. The chapters are different. So, we cannot compare one person with another person. Why? Because maybe fifth chapter is a difficult one. First chapter may be easy. Or your fourth chapter may be difficult. And your third chapter might be easy. So, you cannot compare all 5 students. Why? Because all are written different papers. All are written different topics. Now, same example, everybody has written chapter 1. Everybody has written chapter 1 and all 5 question papers are same to same. So, no changes. Now, they score 80, 70, 60, 50 as well as 20. Can we do comparison? He got 80, he got 20. Why? The comparison can we do? The answer is yes. Why? Because the topics are same, the question papers are same, the teacher is same, and all 5 members attended 30 days class. Now you can do comparison. If he scored 20, we can call him and we can scold him. Why? Because same teacher, same paper, same subject, he scored 20. Means he has not studied. Now, hope you understood the example. We'll come back to accounting principle. Why we need accounting principle means under accounting principle, we have certain rules and regulation. This is nothing but universal rules and regulation, uniform rules and regulation. All over world, everybody should follow this rules and regulation. Now, everybody following the same rule means you can compare each companies. Everybody following the same accounting method means you can compare as a competitor. You can compare your financial status with another company financial status. Like example, your L&T company can be compared with Infosys company. Like your Britannia company can be compared with another company which is doing the same business. Now, your Pepsi and as well as Coca-Cola can be compared like this because everybody are following the same rules and regulation means you have rights to compare. Similarly, accounting principle means there are certain rules and regulation. There are certain concept as well as convention. There are certain prescribed standards. If every company following the same means we can have uniformity. We can compare each other. If anybody cross the limit are not following, we can punish them. We can give penalty. So all these things can be happen only if you follow accounting principle. In India, everybody should follow this accounting principle. Now, under accounting principle, we have two things. One will be accounting concept, another one will be accounting conventions. We have two, concept as well as conventions. Now, conventions will not discuss in today's session. We will discuss about only accounting concepts. Now, before that, we'll understand what do you mean by accounting principle. Now, accounting principles are the common rules that must be followed when preparing financial statements that are distributed to people outside of the company or other organization. Again, I'll repeat, accounting principles are the common rules that must be followed when preparing financial statements. While preparing financial statements, you should follow this. Now, are distributed to people outside of the company or other organization. This will be distributed to outsiders also. Why? Because everybody should follow these rules and regulations. Hope you understood. Now, accounting principles, under this we have two categories. Those will be accounting concept as well as accounting conventions. Now, what do you mean by accounting concepts? Now, in this, accounting concept may be considered as fundamental ideas or basic underlying. Accounting concept may be considered as fundamental ideas or basic underlying. Now, the theory, practice of accounting and a broad working rules for all accounting activities. We'll understand better while doing the separate accounting concept. Just remember that in the accounting principle, we have two things. One will be your accounting concept, another one will be your accounting convention. Concept as well as conventions. Now, so under accounting principle, we have 10 concepts as well as 4 conventions. How many concepts we have? 10. How many conventions we have? 4. Everybody should follow these concepts as well as conventions. Now, what are the concepts like accounting period concept, accrual concept, business entity, cost concept, dual aspect, going concern, matching concept, money measurement, objective evidence, and the last one will be realization concept. Total we have 10 concepts to follow. Now, conventions we have 4, which are consistency, full disclosure, conservatism, and the last part will be materiality. These are the conventions we have. Now, we got concepts, we got conventions also. Now, conventions we will see later. We will see later. Now we will discuss about accounting concept. Now, so how long do you take to remember all 10 concepts? Maximum 10 minutes, 15, 20 minutes. Is that enough to remember all 10 concepts? By closing your eye, can you tell me all 10 concepts? Easy or very easy? 20 minutes or 50 minutes you want? Yes, we'll go for this. So, there are total, we have 10 concepts. As per my knowledge, hardly you need 3 to 4 minutes to remember all these 10. Clear? Maybe you're scoring from that side. So, how can it is possible in 3 minutes? It is possible. Why? Because what is the spelling of impossible? The spelling of impossible is IMPOSSIBLE. Now, if you remove this I, what is this? I am possible. Remember, impossible things will make it possible. Even though impossible also says that I am possible. We'll do that. Maximum 3 to 4 minutes, you will learn this. I'll make you to learn. Now, these are the accounting concepts we have. So, you have some techniques to learn. Now, what do you have in this first one? First one will be first letter of your alphabet. It will be what? First letter of your alphabet is A. We have two things, so it will be A square. After A, what will come? B. After B, C. After C, D. We'll stop here. We'll go later. Now, A, B, C, D. A for not apple. A for accounting period concept. A for accounting period concept. B for, again A for accrual concept. A is over. A for accounting period, accrual, done. B for business entity concept, over. C for cost concept. D for dual aspect concept. Your all 4 concepts are done. Any doubt? A for accounting period, accrual. B for business entity. C for cost. D for dual aspect. Out of 10, 5 concepts are done. Easy. Almost we spent 2 minutes. Still we have 2 more minutes. Now, G and M square. So just remember good morning. GM is good morning. Now, G for going concern. M square means money measurement as well as matching concept. Money measurement as well as matching concept. Now, ABCD, good morning. Over. How many concepts you learned? 5 plus 3, 8 concepts are done. 2 more to go and 1 minute to go. Clear? Yes. And the last 2 will be O and R. O and R. Now, O for objective evidence, R for realization. Clear? Now, so very simple. ABCD says, just assume my name is ABCD, your name is OR. What is your name? OR. What is my name? ABCD. If I say good morning to you, what we call? ABCD says good morning to OR. Your concepts are done. Clear? In 4 minutes, you learned all 10 concepts. ABCD says good morning to OR. A for what? Accounting period, accrual. B for business entity. C for cost concept. D for real aspect. ABCD over. Then good morning. GM. G for going concern, M for matching concept, and money measurement concept. Good morning also over. Next, the last part will be O and R. O for your objective evidence and R for your realization concept. Clear? Yes, good. Your all 10 concepts are over. Now I'll give you small introduction about each concept. I don't take much time. Just one small introduction and one example for all 10 concepts. Why? Because in your examination, you can expect 15-mark question on this. What are the accounting principles? You have to explain the principle. Along with that, you have to explain concept as well as conventions. Now, all put together, it will come for 15 marks. Now, individually, you can expect 10 marks for accounting concept or else 5 marks for accounting convention. But question will be there for must. So, accounting concept, as I told you, we will learn one by one. Before that, if you want to take screenshot, you can take. I'll remove everything, so you'll get only ABCD, good morning, as well as OR. So, up to this, we have ABCD and we have good morning as well as we have OR. You can take a screenshot, we'll move. Now, the next one will be each and everything will be explained one by one. We'll go for that. First one, accounting period concept. Now, the first will be accounting period concept. How do we do accounting period concept? We'll go for that in this. So, detailed notes will be given to you personally by college. Now, just you need to understand now what is accounting period. Later, you can read in your notes. Now, accounting period concept means very simple. Every 365 days, we call it as accounting period. Means every 1 year, we call it as accounting period. Now, so when the accounting period starts normally, 1st April to 31st March. This we call it as accounting period. Example, 1st April 2022, 31st March April 2021. This we call it as accounting period. Whatever transaction happens within this time, only we will consider. If anything is happened after 31st March 2021, we will not consider because that is for next accounting period. Clear? Now, anything happened before 1st April, we will not consider. Why? Because that is your previous year accounting records. Clear? Very simple. I'll tell you. Morning, midnight, it will be 12. We call it as 12 a.m. till night 11:59 p.m. We call it as 1 day. After 1 minute, it will go to next day. We don't call it as today, we call it as yesterday. Similarly, your accounting period also, once you done with all 365 days, all the data relating to 1st April to 31st March, we will enter. Anything happened after 31st March, this is for next year, not for this year. Again, the book will be separate. In the new book, we will start from 1st April 2021. This is called accounting period concept. Everybody should follow this. In India, we follow this. In some countries, they go for 1st Jan to 31st December. And few countries, they go for 1st July to 30th June. It is depends on their tax calculation or their income tax act. What they says like that they have to follow. As per Indian Income Tax Act, they says that you should start with 1st April and ends on 31st March. Clear? This is your first method, accounting period concept. If you want, you can take screenshot. And we'll go for the second one, accrual concept. Second one, accrual concept. In accounts, we have to write everything, like, for example, your fees is 50,000. Out of 50,000, 25,000 you have paid, or else you paid 30,000, still 20,000 is pending. Now, in the book, they will write 50,000 or only 30,000. They will write complete 50,000 in their accounts book. In the book, they will mention 50,000, 30,000 is paid. After paying 20,000, they will make it as 50 and 50. It is tallied. Now, even though 20,000 not yet paid, in the book, they will make a note that total fees is 50. Means that 20,000, we call it as accrual, receivable. Anything which is receivable or payable. Anything which is receivable or payable, we call it as accrual concept. Remember, receivable and payable, we call it as accrual concept. Your second concept is done. We'll move for the third one. Your third one, business entity concept. Business entity concept. Business entity concept means if you have started a new business, then you will be the owner. Your business will be XYZ. You are separate, your business is separate. I can give you best example. For example, if you paid fees to Vidyashram College, now, even though the Vidyashram belongs to some person, like you know the chairman, now, whatever fees you pay to Vidyashram, it will not go to chairman name. It will go where? It will go to Vidyashram name. Why? Because owner is separate, your business is separate. We will not mix up. Now, if you have started a company called XYZ, your name is some ABC. Now, whatever income received, you will not enter in ABC, you will enter in XYZ Limited. Why? Because your company is a separate legal entity. Your company has got separate name. Like Infosys, even though Narayan Murthy is the founder, whatever income collect from Infosys, whatever salary given by Infosys, the name will be Infosys. They never mention the name is Narayan Murthy has given, or else somebody has given, like CEO has given. They never mention. They mention and they transact in the name of Infosys. So business is separate, your owner is separate. Clear? Yes, this is called business entity concept. Clear? Yes. So your third concept is done. If you want screenshot, nothing is there to take screenshot. We'll go for the next one. Your fourth one, A is over, B is over, C, cost concept. Cost concept. Now, I'll give you best example. You purchased a mobile, some mobile, XYZ mobile, or else we can go for Samsung Galaxy Note 10. Samsung Galaxy Note 10. You bought for 60,000. Mobile, you bought for 60,000. What you will do? In your book, you will write down, I bought this mobile for 60,000. Now, after 1 month, in the market, the mobile price came down to 50,000. Now, what is the market price of the mobile? You know that mobile price always, if Note 11 comes, this is gone. We have Note 20, so your Note 10 price gone. Now, in the market, the same mobile Note 10 is available for 50,000. But in your book, will you change it as 50,000? I bought for 50. Will you do that? Answer is no. If anybody asks you at what price you purchased your Samsung Note 10, what you will say? Even though the market price is 50, you will say that I bought for 60,000. My cost of this mobile is 60,000. That is called as cost concept. Even though variation in the market price, whatever price I bought, that only should be entered in the accounts. Everybody should follow the same thing. What price you bought, that has to be recorded, not the market price. What price you bought. Even though in the market it is available for 60,000, you bought for 45,000. Then you should write 45 only, not 6. Why? Because always go with your cost price. Clear? Yes. This is called as cost concept. Your fourth point also done. We'll go for the fifth one. So A, B, C is over. The next one is D. Dual aspect concept. What is dual aspect concept? Whatever transaction you do, whatever payment you do, whatever receipt you collect, everywhere you have two persons. How it is two person? For example, I paid 10,000 to some Shashi Kumar. So my name is X, his name is Shashi Kumar. So person 1 and person 2. Dual aspect. Clear? Now, I collected money from bank. Two person, me and bank. Bank is person 1, I am person 2. Then I paid 20,000 to my mom. Mom number 1, I am number 2. Two person. Every transaction there are two person. Means, can you do keeping 10,000 in your right pocket, remove that and keep it in your left pocket? Is there any changes? I had 10,000 on the right side, now I have 10,000 in the left side. Will you say that? You never do that. Why? Because there must be two person to effect the transaction. From this pocket to this pocket, if you change, the money will not change. It will be remain same. So, dual aspect means there will be two aspects. One must be receiver, another must be giver. You purchased a furniture. You bought furniture, that person got cash. So, that is called dual aspect. So, your fifth one also done. Now, we'll go for next. Now, we'll go for the sixth one. The sixth one is very simple. Your A, B, C, D is over. Now, what comes? Good morning. G comes. Now, G for going concern. G for what? Going concern concept. What do you mean by going concern concept? Very simple. Now, under going concern concept, what you will learn? Very simple. Whatever business you have started, you will assume that you will not stop that business. Again, I'll repeat. Whatever business you have started, you will assume that you will not wind up or stop that particular business. That is called going concern concept. Going concern means it is keep on going for long term, for many more years. That is called going concern concept. That's why we prepare accounting records. That's why we prepare all the books of records. So only we are following all the accounting principles. You should follow that. You will not close your business. That is called going concern concept. Hope you understood. We'll go for the next one. Your seventh one. So, good morning, M. M for matching concept. So, matching concept is very simple. If I tell you now, you will not understand. Why? Because we have not done balance sheet. So, just assume that you know the balance sheet. In the balance sheet, we have asset and we have liability. So, in the balance sheet, we have asset as well as we have liability. Now, in case assume that your loan amount is 50,000 and your furniture is 50,000. Your capital is 50,000 and your cash also 50,000. Now, what is the total? It is 1 lakh, and this side also 1 lakh. Remember, your balance sheet always tallies. Now, so what is capital? What is furniture, cash? Everything will come later. Now, under this, total is how much? 1 lakh. Here also total 1 lakh. Now, out of 50,000, you bought another furniture for 30,000. Means you have to pay cash. Now, out of 50, this will become 20,000. Why? Because out of 50,000, you paid for furniture. Your cash will become how much? 20,000. Furniture, you had 50,000. Now you bought 30,000 worth furniture. 50,000 will become 80,000. Your furniture increases, your cash decreases. New furniture bought. Earlier, your furniture value was 50. Another furniture bought worth rupees 30. 50 plus 30, the total furniture is 80. You had cash of 50,000. Out of 50, 30,000 you have removed to purchase furniture. 50 minus 30, your value will be 20,000. Clear? Yes, hope you understood. So your overall value 80 plus 20, again it will be how much? 1 lakh. It will match like this. This is called matching concept. Clear? Yes, this is called matching concept. Now again I'll give you one more example. Your loan amount is 50,000. You paid 10,000 loan. You paid 10,000 loan. Your loan will become how much? 40,000. Why? Because you paid 10,000 loan. Now, 40 plus 50, 90. Here it is 1 lakh. Is it correct? No. Why? Because you paid 10,000 loan means your cash also reduced by 10,000. So it is 10,000. 80 plus 10,000, it will be 90,000. 40 plus 50,000, it will be 90. Automatically, it will get tally because everything is interlinked. That's why we call it as matching concept. Now, we'll go for next one. So, your matching is over. The next one will be money measurement concept. Now, this will be what? Your eighth one. Money measurement concept. Money measurement concept is one of the most important type of concept. Why? Because I'll give you simple example. I don't take much time. You will only understand. Very simple. Like salary. These are your expenses. Rent. Some insurance you paid. Now tell me what is your total expenditure. You paid salary, you paid rent, you paid insurance. Now you tell me what is your total expenditure. Can you tell me? I'll give you 1 lakh rupees if you tell me the exact amount. Can you tell? The answer is no. Why? Because you don't know what is your salary paid. You don't know how much rent paid. You don't know how much insurance paid. Now, if I say salary, you paid 5,000. Rent, you paid 5,000. Insurance, you paid 10,000. Can you add now? The answer is yes. If you add everything, your total expenditure is 20,000. Clear? Yes, your total expenditure 20,000. Now, total it is 20,000. It is nothing but salary measured in terms of money. Salary measured in terms of money. Rent measured in terms of money. Insurance measured in terms of money. Everything is measured in terms of money. Any doubt in this? Any doubt? Hopefully, there is no doubt. Now, so this is called money measurement concept. Clear? Good. We'll go for next one. So we'll go for your ninth one. That will be O. O for objective evidence concept. Objective evidence concept. What do you mean by objective evidence concept? Very simple. What is objective evidence? Another 5 minutes, I'll conclude this or will wind up. Now, what is objective evidence? Now, for example, you bought some goods from some market. What you will ask? You will ask for bill. You bought mobile for 50,000. Without bill, will you take mobile? No. You will ask for bill. You bought some sandals or shoes for 5,000. What you will do? You will ask for bill or receipt or proof. That is called objective evidence concept. In accounting, even though it is 5 rupee, we need objectives. We need bill for that. That is called objective evidence concept. Clear? So, objective evidence means proof or receipt or bill or memo for whatever transaction you have done. Even though you have received 10,000 from somebody, you have to keep a document. Even though you have paid 10,000 to somebody, you have to keep a document. Each and everything you have to maintain a separate record. That is called as your objective evidence. Clear? Yes. We'll go for the last one. That will be your realization concept. Now, your 10th one. Realization concept. The last part will be realization. Realization is very simple. Anything which is easily converted to cash, we call it as realization. Everything, salary which are realized in terms of money, your raw materials which are realized in terms of money, your rent realized in terms of money. In accounting term, realization means conversion of your goods and services into money. Remember, what is realization? Conversion of your goods and services in terms of money. We call it as realization. Conversion of goods and services in terms of money is realization. Clear? Yes. So this is all about your 10 concept. Now, so we understood what is accounting principle. As I told you, it is a rules and regulations. Now, and also we understood what is accounting concepts. We have not touched conventions. Conventions will come later, but we discussed about all 10 accounting concepts. Now, we done with accounting concept with detailed explanation. Remember this, today itself, whatever notes given, please read so that you will understand better. Thank you.